Hey guys, Nick here, Nightlife Kennel. Hope everybody's doing well today. Just wanted to come at you and make a video on how you can make a free do-it-yourself outdoor dog bed. Well, I say free, most people have these materials laying around, and the most costly material right here is this fire hose. But get this, guys, this right here was free, and pretty much anybody out there can get a hold of these. What you do, this is a retired fire hose off of the fire truck at the local fire department. Basically they test these, and once they deem that these are no longer functional for their needs, they discard them, they throw them away. So my buddy Matt Johnson, you see him in a lot of my videos, he's a member of Saluda Fire Department, North Carolina. I said, hey Matt, you got any hose laying around that y'all gonna throw away? I like to have some. He went down and checked and hooked me up with a bunch of hose. I've got a bunch more that's not shown here, and it was free. So then basically I've got some scrap lumber laying around. I had a couple 2x4s laying around, some screws. At the most, if you can get the hose for free, the most this will cost you would be the price of one 2x4 and some screws, and you're going to be good to go. So what I'm going to do is show you how to make this bed for absolutely no money at all, or just 10 or 15 bucks, and it's going to be a really cool outdoor bed. We're taking this 2x4 right here, it's 10 footer. We're going to cut it into 2 3-foot lengths and then 2 2-foot lengths. So we're going to have a 3x2 frame. We're going to use these right here as legs to get off the ground, and then we're going to cut this fire hose to weave over top of it in like a hammock type pattern, and that will give us a outdoor dog bed that our dogs can lay in it and bask out in the sun, or we can put in the shade, and keeps them off the dirt, and it's going to make our dogs a lot happier. Best part is practically nothing is what this is going to cost you guys. Anybody can do this, and it's a great project for your dogs, and it's something you can get done here in the summertime months when we're not hunting near as much. So we'll go ahead and go through the material list of what you're going to need to get this project done, and then we'll get started on it. Alright guys, so basically what you're going to need is you're going to need a skill saw, cut your 2x4 with, good box of screws, 2.5 inch, a square, make square cuts, pencil, tape. You're going to need a real sharp knife. You're going to need your drill bit for your screws. You're also going to need some scrap pieces of lumber, some 2x4s for your legs, and then your fire hose right here. I think I got about 100 foot worth right here in these 2 rolls. That's going to be more than I need to make this bed. And then of course right there I've got one 10-foot 2x4. So that's pretty much all the materials you're going to need, and we're going to go ahead and start making our cuts and build our frame for this bed. Alright guys, so basically our first step is we're going to measure out our 2x4. This isn't exact science, but you want it to look pretty decent, so you know, do it right. 10-foot 2x4, we're going to go ahead and measure off the first end. We're going to make a mark at 3 foot, another foot mark at 6 foot, and then 8 foot and 10 foot. Alright, so then of course we'll go ahead and take our square them off. I'm sure most of you guys have done stuff like this before. You know what I'm talking about here. Just want some good square cuts so it looks good. Alright, now we'll take our skill saw and we'll go ahead and start cutting our pieces out. Alright, apologize guys, that was a 12-foot section, so I got 2 foot left over. So basically if you buy a 12-foot section instead of 10, you'll have enough material to make your legs too. So we're going to set that to the side. Alright, we're going to clear the table, get our pieces up here, and go ahead and start putting our frame together. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is when we put this together, we're going to have our 3-foot section here and our 2-foot section lap like this. So to get started, we're going to go ahead and pre-start our screws in this just to make it a little bit easier. If you got somebody else to help you, you know, he'll hold it, you won't have to do this. There you have it, guys. There's your 3 foot. It's actually 3'3" if you include these, by 2. So that's our frame for our bed. And now we'll go ahead and get our legs put on there. All right, guys. So basically, I want some 8-inch legs to keep this up off the ground real good in case it does sink in the mud. It won't be the actual hammock part won't sit in the mud. So I'm just going to go ahead and measure out 4 8-inch legs and cut those. And there's the other 2 right there. If you guys want to, you can make them 10 inches, 12 inches off the ground, whatever you want to do. 8's just a good number for me, so that's what we're going to work with. So, all right, so now we'll go ahead and attach our legs to our frame. So again, I like to go ahead and kind of pre-start my screws. I just find it to be a lot easier. What we're going to do, put this on a flat surface, push it down, and go ahead and drive a screw in it. We're going to go ahead and from both sides, I'm going to go ahead and do 1 this way and 2 this way. That way the leg's on there real good. It's also going to help stabilize it. There you have it. That's 1 leg attached times 4. Just repeat the process. So basically what you want when you cut your fire hose is you want 3 extra inches to hang over each side. So we've got 2 foot long here, so we're going to cut 2 foot 6, and that'll give us 3 inches each way. And then we've got 3 foot 3 here, so we're going to do 3 foot 9, and that'll give us 3 inches of overhang on each side that way too. So now we're going to go ahead and get our fire hose up here and start measuring out and making all of our cuts. One thing we got to do is we measure our fire hose, the width of it, and then we divide that amongst our runs, and that gives us actually how many strips of fire hose we'll actually need. So I'll go ahead and show you that here just now. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and cut our 2 foot sections now. We know that we need 8 of those. What we're going to do is go ahead and cut this end off and discard this. Just basically a simple knife. Go ahead and use a piece of wood just to keep from hurting my table here. But just a basic knife should cut this pretty well. Might have to make a few strokes across it. But you got a good sharp blade, seems to do pretty good. Cut off of there pretty easy. So we'll just throw that to the side. And kind of set ourselves up here a little bit of a system to make this a little more efficient. So we know we got 24 inches, 2 foot, and we need 2 foot 6. So we'll go ahead and measure out 2 foot 6. 2 foot 2'6" right here. Go ahead and lay that up there. Make her cut. Cool stuff about this, guys. It's got this nylon type coating on the outside, but it's rubber on the inside, so it's got a little bit of a cushion to it. Basically, we'll go ahead and double check, make sure we're good on this. Yep, 2'6". So now we don't need to measure anymore. We can just use this as our measure for us, and we need 8 of these. All right, guys, this right here is one of the things you got to be careful of. Luckily, it's a mistake that's easily to fix. We don't need 8 of these. We actually need 12 of them because these are going across the 2-foot section by 3 foot. So the 3-foot section divided by 3, that's 12. We actually need 12 of these because these are 3 inches wide. So luckily, I only cut 8. I didn't overcut, but I need to go ahead and cut me 4 more of these. So we'll go ahead and do that right now, real quick. Well, double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, so that's all the ones we need for that. Now we're going to go ahead and measure, make sure we don't miscount what we need for the next side. All right, guys, so what we're going to need to go from the 3-foot end to the other 3 foot is 3 foot 9 inches, because it's 3'3" is the actual measurement, and we want 3 inches overhang on each one. So we'll go ahead and measure out our first one, just like we did before, and done the math on this. We're going to need 8 of these. So there's 3 foot, there's 3'9". Double check our measurement. So like I said, guys, don't have to be an exact science. 3'9", there we go. Okay, so now, just like before, we're going to use this to make 8 of these. Did the math on this one correctly. We needed 12 of the others, 8 of these. Alright, guys, there you have it. If you don't believe a dog will lay on this, let me show you something real quick. This right here is my little Chihuahua, Abby. What do you say, Abby? You like the Firehose bed? We're going to work for you? Alright, guys, so that right there is cutting all of our fire hose material, and now we'll go ahead and lay it out and show you how to get started putting it together. Alright, guys, so this is basically the start of our bed. This is the 3'3" length. This is my 3'9" hose. As you can tell, it overlaps just a few inches. What we're going to do is we want it to kind of sag just a little bit, but not that much. Just a little bit of play. You don't want it super taut, because once we go to weave this other stuff in there, it'll kind of make it hard. So just a little sagging, it's fine. We'll go ahead and take some screws right here, start on the far end, and you can put 1 or 2 screws in this, however you guys want to. Shorter screw might be better, but I've got some 2.5s here, so I'm just going to go ahead and put 1 screw per, because this is some really thick material. It's not going to rip through, and that'll help you save your screws. So we'll go ahead and put 1 in here. Go ahead and pull it semi-taut. It's got a little bit of swag to it, and that is fine. There you have it, guys. There's the start of the bed. Alright, guys, so there you have it. There's the first stage of our hammock bed. So basically what we're going to do now is we're going to take our others and we're going to weave them through and go this pattern, and basically repeat the same steps, but of course we'll be weaving through like this, and that'll give us our nice hammock pattern, and we'll secure that. So we'll go ahead and get started on the first one of those. Show you basically how we're going to do it. We're going to go ahead and start underneath this one and go over and under, just like this, all the way through. I'm going to go ahead and pull it all the way down where we need it to be. All right here, nice and secure. We got enough overhang. Try to make it equal on both sides. That right there, guys, is our first one. So we'll go ahead and take some screws, secure it down. There you have it. That's how we're going to run our first one. And then our second one, we just go ahead and make sure we run it opposite. We went under this one, so we're going to go over and under. Just like this. And just keep working it across. You take it, pull it down to the other one, as close as you can get it. This is why you want to leave a little bit of slack. This stuff starts getting really taut. I'm not even sure if we're going to be able to get every one of them in here. It's tightening up so much. But that's okay. We don't mind. Pull some of this through. Try to make the overhang the same. Slide it down. Alright, we'll go ahead and secure that. Alright guys, so now we're just going to go ahead and repeat the process all the way across. There you have it. There is our 2 foot by 3 foot dog bed made out of 2x4 and fire hose. Like I said, if you don't have the 2x4, the screws, you might get in at 20 bucks. You can go down to your local fire department. If they've got some of these laying around, they're more than likely gladly give them to you. Again, thank you to Matt Johnson, Saluda Fire Department, for supplying me with these. Cool thing about this is, guys, this stuff right here is never going to rot out. It's never going to wear off. This stuff's going to last forever. So even if your frame goes out, pop your screws out, build you a new frame, throw it back in there. You don't even have to unweave it. Just take the screws out and you're ready to go. As you can tell, little Abby here, she already loves this bed pretty good. Another tip here, guys, if you got a bigger dog, say some of you are run like a 110-pound hound, you want to go a little bit bigger than this, but most of my dogs, this is going to fit them really well. It's really cushiony when you put a little bit of weight to it. Dogs are going to love it. I do believe Abby loves it. Yeah, you love it, don't you, girl? All right, guys. Well, I appreciate y'all clicking on my video here. If you would, down below, click like. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe. And right there beside the subscribe button, there's a little bitty bell. You click that, that'll give you notifications of all the future videos I do in the future. Also, follow me on Instagram at Nightlife Kennel, and you can catch me on Facebook, Nightlife Kennel. Follow us on there. We put some content on there that doesn't make it to the YouTube channel. We do Q&A live videos on there as well. So, guys, I sure do appreciate y'all clicking on this. I hope this helps you out. This is an absolutely fantastic idea. Anybody can afford to do this, and gives your dog something to lay on out in the beautiful sun of the summer. So, appreciate it, guys. In the meantime, tree one for me. Tell, Jug's already found his bed, and he like, don't you, Jug? Good boy. Old Jug, man. Want to start it off with.